Carrie from Foster's Fields Soy Candles and Cold Process Soap. Today I'm testing out some new jars. So I've tried to get everything all set up here. These are my new little jars. So before I can make a big batch of all this, I need to make sure that they're going to burn okay. So I've kind of got everything organized here. My helper making the noise over here has my soy wax. I use all soy wax, it's Eco Soy. And I've heated it up to 155 degrees. Took a temperature of that. Normally I don't divide things into cups like this, but I had to do that for this situation. So it's heated to 155 degrees. And then I'm going to wick each candle. I normally wick this before I do any coloring and stuff, but I just thought, oh, I'll do it now. I don't use any stickums because I don't like them. So I just dip it in the wax, and then as my wax is cooling, I'm getting other things ready. This will just harden in here. Sometimes it moves a little bit. Oops, I don't want that there. I want this here. Sometimes it moves a little bit in the process of pouring, but I can usually easily get it back. It doesn't very often happen, and I can easily get it back to where I need it. Oops, I did it again. I don't want the jar there. I want this here. I've gone ahead and done some blending as well because I'm making a few new candles. So I've got my little samplers here. Some of them are just a straight fragrance oil that I've used. Some of them are some new blends that I'm trying. So I've got that all organized as well. So I'll just keep getting these wicked here. And one of my jars is missing a wick because, and you can see my helper today. Fridays are my day off from my office job, and my son and I get to spend the day together. So he's been happily watching cartoons for about a half an hour while I've gotten all this set up, and now he's down to give me a hand. Right, buddy? Okay, there's that one. One of these I don't have a wick in because I'm going to show you what I do with some of these wicks.
Where's to help you?
Hold on, buddy. Let me get these in. I should also say that I have gone ahead and measured these jars. I measure them across the widest part. Please don't hit the table. I measure them against across the widest part of the candle. I know I get my wicks from Village Craft and Candle. That's where I first started buying my soy candle supplies, and I continue to get my wicks there usually. But I know from experience that I want a 2 to 3 wick, and that's what these are. But just give me 1 second. Can you move, please? Oh, here it is. Normally these come much longer. I can't remember where I put it. Oh, can you get me that down there? One of the little baggies. I have wicks that are 2 to 2.5, and I have wicks that are 2 to 3. The 2 to 2.5 really only do a burn pull of 2.5 inches. They don't burn out much past that. I've had that experience. So because I know these are a little bit over 2.5, closer to 3 at the widest, I'm going to use a 2 to 3.
Yeah.
Thank you. Here's usually how my wicks come. So they're quite long. And I normally cut the tops off, which is why I have this little piece. So I get the bottom pieces, so I can use these, double do these wicks. So this just goes into here, like this. Once I've used up all of these and I've got the tops to them, I save these for later. And then I put them all into this little thing here. And you just need to take a little tool and clamp this little guy on here. Just like that, that's it. Okay, so then I'm going to take my last one and I'll put this wick in. And these are almost a perfect height. Normally, I'll cut the wick, but normally when I do it this height, I'll probably just fold it over into the jar. So let's go ahead and put this last wick in.
Well, you did all of these?
I did all of those. Can you put this back, please?
Alright.
Can you put this back too? We'll just get all this out of mom's way. Okay, so let's start with this one. This one's a new scent. First, actually, before I do anything, I need to take the temperature of this. Supposed to pour the fragrance oil in before it gets to 135 degrees. So I usually pour it in about 140. So let's just pop that in there. And we'll just
all of it?
pop all of it. So just going to stir that in. You want to stir it really well to make sure it's completely blended into the entire thing. Don't touch, please. Can you not, please? This is a blend, a floral and a powder blend that I just blended this morning. This is, please don't touch that. Please don't touch that. No, I don't want you to. This is vanilla spice. I did pour it once before, but I needed to add a little bit more cinnamon to it from candles that I did do before, so I burned them on myself. And this is a new blend. So
Mom, look at you fix it.
I know, I see me in the picture. And I have added colorants to all these prior to as well.
Me.
Now you, yes. I added colorants to all these before. I added them before I started the video because the wax needs to be quite warm, like right when you take it off the heat, when you put the color in. I get my colorants from Village Crafting Candle as well. Doesn't require that much for the candles that I do color.
Mom, my own base.
Yeah. Doesn't require much of the colorant. It's little cubes. I'm not sure what I do with them, but can you open this little box with a white lid and bring it over here from us?
This one.
Yep, that'd be a big help.
But then we need to move these things off.
Yeah, yeah. I just need the colors. I get my colorants from Village Crafting Candle as well, and their one little square does a pound of wax, I believe. I have to look at it. It's been a while. I don't usually use the whole thing. The little things with the colorants in, buddy, is what I want. Yep, just this. These are my little colorants. They're just little skinny little colorants specifically made for soy wax. You can put it back now, buddy. One little square in there does 1 pound. I don't usually use the whole square. I play with them sometimes. I mix the colorants because I want a specific color. I kept them pretty easy for this time, but hi, Betty. Am I taking up your day? Oh, this one smells. Oh, that one smells yummy. This one's bamboo and teak fragrance oil. You smell that, buddy? You smell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mommy.
My son happens to like candles too. Yeah.
Turn the movie back on.
Yeah, you can go out and see what's on TV. Mama, only a few more minutes. Okay, and then my last one. This one is, oops, that's not what I'm smelling. Been one of those days today.
Mommy.
Oh, this is my citrus blend.
Mommy.
Yes, Owen.
It's nesting.
Okay, Mama will be up in a sec. I'll only be a few more minutes. Okay, you'll also notice in my messy little area here that I've got this pink paper. This is where I noted, because I did do a few new blends. I keep really good notes for any blends that I make, just in case I do like them, so I can duplicate them. When I first started making candles, I just thought, oh, I'll put a little of this and I'll put a little of that and see how that burns. And then I start burning it, and I loved it, and then I couldn't remember exactly what the percentages were. So I learned pretty fast that was not a very smart way to do it. So now I make sure I take really good notes. I do the same for my soap, though. I take really good notes of any blends that I make. Okay, watch, Betty. I have to pour these now. Okay, so what we're going to do is going to go ahead and pour these into the little jars here, and hopefully get everything mixed really well. I used to use a different type of wax, and it was nice when I first started, but when I switched to this Eco Soy wax, I really found a big difference in the way it pours and the way it sets up and the way it burns, so I really like it. Okay, so let's go here. I've never poured out of these cups before, so we'll see how this goes. And we're just going to gently pour that into the candle. I also didn't really measure how much wax I need, so I'm figuring it's about 5 ounces, which is going to be just about perfect, because normally when I get a jar, it is perfect. Look at that. Normally when I get, it's going to be pink. Normally when I get a jar, I usually down the soy a little bit because it may be an 8-ounce jar, but I usually get 6 to 7 ounces of soy wax actually when I pour it in. So these are a little 6-ounce mason jar, and I'm doing about 5 ounces of wax in here. So we'll just go ahead and we'll pour that in there too. These colors are going to be pretty. So far so good. My wicks are not moving. I probably could get the extra ounce in it.
Mommy, don't it be yellow, right?
This one's going to be orange. I probably could get the extra ounce in it, but I like it to kind of, I don't like to fill the candle right up to the top. Let me just see this one. Pour this one in, bud.
Yes.
Oh, it smells delicious. This one's a little bit darker, but
yeah, but it's still nice.
it is still nice, isn't it?
Yep.
A big help.
That's you.
Okay.
This you is my best friend.
Thank you, buddy. You're my best friend. Here. Oh, I just love this fragrance oil. I actually haven't done any
Mom.
Yes, any soap with it yet.
That's why we didn't do day issue.
Yeah. A lot of the fragrance oils that I use are from New Directions candle and soap place, and a lot of their fragrances can be used for bath and body and for candles, which I really like. So not everything I use interchangeably, but some of the stuff I do. Usually I try and keep usually I try and keep my soy candle scents separate from my bath and body stuff, but some of the fragrances I get from New Direction I just love so much I put it in everything. So Village Craft and Candle is soy candles. My fragrances from there are strictly candles. So can't mix them together. And each of these worked out perfectly. Put my mess across the side here. And let's see, we can already see some of these are setting up. They're starting to solidify, which is what I want. When they start to get into the jar, you like them to start solidifying almost right away. These two aren't, which is weird, but that's okay. Here they are. Once they cool, they're going to be a little bit different color when they cool. They get lighter. I don't know if you can see that just around the top where that's actually starting to solidify there. These little guys just keep my wick in place. My bigger candles, these come in really handy because you need to have the wick right in the middle to have a proper burn pool. So I just pop these on to make sure that everything stays in place. Like that. And these are going to cool down here for probably an hour before they're actually solidified back up. And then they're going to cure for a couple of days before I go ahead. Hey everyone, it's been probably an hour and a half. I went up, made lunch, got my son down for his quiet time, and thought I would come back down here and see how my candles are doing. They've solidified up really nicely. You can see that they are quite a bit lighter than when I poured them. The soy wax lightens quite a bit. This one, I'm not really sure what I'm going to call this one, but it's got some floral fragrance oils and some powder fragrance oil in there. This one, this is a new mix of my vanilla spice that I had originally made. I wasn't super happy with the blend that I made, so I burnt most of it myself. I think I mentioned that before. So I tried that blend again, and I really do love that blend a lot better now. Gotta work on that color though. I made a boo-boo on that color. This is gonna be for, this color would be really nice for one of my other blends, but the first time I colored this, originally it was a really light caramelly color, and somewhere I went wrong here. So anyways, but it's just for me to burn anyway, so it'll be fine. I really love the blend. Okay, there's this one. This is a brown color. I really use very little of the color. This is my Bamboo Antique. I absolutely love this one. I can't wait to burn this. And I also could tell by the little bits of color that I put in and where I want to adjust the colors when I actually make the large batch. This color is called Slate, and I don't use it very often, but it really is a pretty gray. This Eco Wax, however you want to say it, pours up really nice tops. There's a little bit of a spot on the inside this I'm going to have to heat gun out of, but that doesn't happen very often with this wax. This is just, not sure if you can see that, but these are just perfectly poured. Like, one of these came a little bit frosted, which is fine. The frosting a little bit doesn't really bother me. If it's really bad or cratered, I will heat gun it, but the frosting just adds a little something to the candle to me. Just, you know, makes them all unique. This one's perfectly. And this one here. This blend is really pretty. I like the way that blend turned out. Also, I just want to show you what these little lids look like. I bought these lids separately. I bought the mason jars and the lids at Village Craft and Candle. All I have to do now is figure out how I'm going to label this, because this front of this is not going to fit my 2-inch round label that I use for everything. So I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do with that, but I really like them. Once I get batches ready, these will be on my website, hopefully within the next few weeks, and available for everybody to enjoy. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video with me of test pouring some of my new soy candles, and we hope to see you again.